Oh, I hold it.
It's too late. We're live. You
I
okay,
don't.
Michael?
I don't have your book.
That's all right. It's all right, Michael. I'll cover it. Hi, everyone. This is Gionette, and we are thrilled pieces to be here tonight. It's Thursday night, and this is when we get together with Dr. Michael Gross and his words of wisdom. We're super excited to have him spend some time with us. So we're going to get right to this with a quick intro, and then I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Michael. Okay? And here we go. Dr. Michael Gross is a professional keynote speaker, energy transformational coach, entrepreneur, and the author of The Spiritual Primer, applying God's 12 transformational laws to reawaken your soul by reconnecting to God, the true source, to experience your true source's love, joy, and happiness. He has many, many accolades, and that it's a long list. So for the sake of time, I'll say that he's been working in this field for over 35 years. He is well knowledgeable in so many different aspects, but I'll give you a few highlights, okay? He's a spiritual teacher, multidimensional healer, transformational coach, and he's incredibly skilled in aspects of soul, oversoul, vibrations, frequencies, body timing, life force energies, and many, many more things. He offers complimentary consultation, and he has workshops reconnecting to God, the true source, for cellular release, manifestation protocols, um, energy multidimensional healing, enlightenment, and many others. Michael is also international intuitive consultant for corporations, and he's traveled over half the world. He has clients in Australia, USA, New Zealand, South America, Asia, South Korea, and more. His messages are even heard in the Baltic countries, Sweden, and more. So I'm thrilled to pieces to have him joining us tonight. He has been my personal spiritual mentor for almost 5 years. We're coming up on 5 years, Michael, and we have done so many of these podcasts. I encourage you, I will put all his contact information into the chat, into the comments, because I highly encourage everybody to go support Michael over on YouTube, and the link will be in there, okay? You can watch a lot of the recordings that we've done over the years. And I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you, Michael, okay? Welcome tonight.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome as well. Thank you for joining me. I thought this evening we would talk about something that I felt was very, very important. And it's all about the challenges you have in life. We all have challenges. And sometimes they're discouraging, sometimes they're painful, sometimes we grumble, sometimes we run away from them. And there's the old fight, flight, or frozen syndrome that I'm sure by now you're familiar with if you haven't heard this before. But most importantly, this is a wonderful time in the universe, in our time, because so much energy is shifting, so many changes are coming about. And in most countries, they may have elections coming up, like in the United States, we do. But also, there's a lot of unrest. And the more and more people I talk to, they talk about lack of sleep, lack of energy, being tired, and so on. And what does that really mean? Well, it really means that you're beginning to make a major shift in your life. And that's what's so important is your shift in life. It means it's giving you the opportunity to look at all the challenges you've created and you've participated in. And I look at my challenges, and there've been many in my course of doing this kind of work. But my faith has always been there that this is my mission and goal. This is what I'm supposed to do. And nothing will deter me from doing that. So, really, what is my mission and goal? My mission and goal is for you to awaken from your deep slumber, listen to your soul, and everybody has missions and goals, and to do your spiritual mission and goals, whatever that is, and to help you reconnect with the true source. And for some of you who may not understand the true source by now, we're talking about God, the true source. And that's what's so important. More importantly, part of our mission and goal for everyone on this planet, if they choose to partake in this, is to for all of us to realize that we are the solution. We can make a difference and bring about love and joy on this planet. You know, it sounds airy fairy and yeah. But look how much divided we are. on this planet. And our thoughts, we're not using critical thinking. But I'd like you to take a moment over the next 7 days, and hopefully you'll join us again in 7 days, and take a look at the challenges in your life and how you've overcome them. And what did you learn from them? Gave you knowledge, gave you strength, gave you power. And some of us are still frozen by the challenges. Because you're feeling like victims, you're feeling hurt, you're feeling disconnected, you're feeling like you're in pain, you're feeling like you're lost, unloved. Look how judgmental everybody is around you. The way you dress, the way you talk, the way you eat, the way cars you drive, the home you live in, so on and so forth. There's so much judgmental coming out. And even me, I have to stop once in a while and I become judgmental. I go, whoa, whoa. I have to stop that and say, wait a minute. Everybody's learning their life experience, and that's what's so important. And what I've really learned that there are people come to me for assistance and want to know, and then they disappear. I don't see them again. And I used to think, what am I doing wrong? What did I say wrong? And then I realized, no, I'm doing nothing wrong. I'm here to open the door. And whether I open the door at this moment for them, or 20 years, or 30 years, or never, it's all their choice. And so you are at your choice at a precipice in your life where you're being given the opportunity to review everything you've learned from your challenges, some painful, some hurtful, some almost debilitating. And yet you turn around and you're still here. And more importantly, you're not here to suffer or be in pain or create loss or even, let's say, die. You're not here for that purpose yet. What you're here is, your purpose is to learn some of its karma. So you're learning from love. You're learning what works and doesn't work in your life. And sometimes whatever you're doing this time in life may be too early. Maybe you're ahead of the game. Maybe you have to revisit it. But the most important thing is for you to never give up. Never, ever give up in everything you're doing. Never give up that you're insecure, you're dumb, you're stupid, or whatever. Never give that a thought. Because everything in your life is a teacher. Everything in your life opens a door to a new awareness, a new opening, a new beauty and love. And I wrote a little post. And when is the last time one of you have just sat in the backyard or a park by the beach? Just close your eyes and listen to the sound of nature. Listen to the sounds around you. You'll be amazed. You can hear the wind rustle through the leaves. You can feel the wind on your body. You feel the warmth of the sun. You may hear children laughing. You may hear the water lapping against the shores. You may hear birds singing. You may hear all kinds of different sounds, even sounds you never heard before. The sounds of Mother Earth, the sounds of joy and happiness. See, what we don't realize is every feeling we have has a frequency and an energy and a vibration. Part of that is a sound. And if you bother to think about it, if you're listening to a song, oh, I feel happy, it feels great. It's the energy, vibration, frequency of the music, the sound of the music. And can you describe what sound joy has? Could be eating a sundae, that's joy. Could be having your favorite food. Could be watching someone play. Could be just sitting and watch the sunrise or sunset. But in truth, joy really has a sound that you can't hear. It's subliminal. And yet you can feel it. And so what I'm asking all of you to do is spend 15 minutes a day and find something that gives you joy. Maybe it's a memory of one of your birthdays that brought you happiness. Or maybe it was something you went on vacation. Or maybe it was watching a baby play. Whatever it is, find that 15 minutes. So what does it really do? It shifts your energy and vibration. It shifts your thinking. shifts your hormones, it shifts your vibrations, it shifts your cells, and your cellular structure goes, ah, now I get to relax. You're so uptight. You're so thinking all the time. You're so judgmental. You're so sensitive towards people. I can't rest. I can't relax. I have to keep you energized. I have to keep you on track. And then I'm fighting your ego, which is coming up with imaginary negative thoughts. Oh, I'm working so hard. In truth, that's what it is. And of course, there's the sound of the wind, but there's the sound that the planet makes. Everything vibrates at a frequency of energy. And that frequency and energy and sound is anger, frustration, joy, love, happiness. I mean, you really can't describe love. I've tried. You can't. It's just in a feeling and emotion. Words can only describe it a little bit. But now, this is the year, as I've said before, to heal all karma. What a great opportunity. Healing all karma. Wow. What karma have you to heal? Boil it down to the three, which I always talk about: self-worth, self-love, and self-esteem. And why do I talk about this so much? Almost every time you listen to a podcast. It's because you get it. I understand. And then he wears from 5 minutes to a day later, you forget all about it. And you fall into the same trap. And the same trap is allowing people to judge yourself, or you be judgmental of yourself, thinking you're not good enough, you don't measure up, blah, 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 whatever it is. And yet, what are you doing to find the simplest joy in life? You know, think about what brings you joy that's so simple and it costs very little money or none at all. When I go to sleep, before I go to sleep, I go onto YouTube and I listen to some of the old time comedians, Rodney Dangerfield, many of the others. Panetta is another one, and so many others. Fluffy, as they call them, just humorous. Why would I want to do that? Because when I go to sleep, I want to go to sleep happy, not, oh, I'm tired. I got to get this done. I got to get that done. Oh my goodness. And then when you sleep, do you realize that you leave your body when you sleep? Your soul actually goes out of your body. Well, what is it doing? Well, that's a good question. Right now, many souls are working about preparing themselves for a major shift on energy and vibration. Many souls are helping others cross over or come into this planet, or work with the energies, frequencies, and vibrations of the nature spirits, or Mother Earth, or the cellular structure of you, or preparing yourself for new things that are about to come to occur, or maybe sending healing or healing someone, or consoling someone, or rearranging the frequencies and vibrations of your life. There's even more than that, so much more. But what is so important is that's why you're having restless sleep. Yes, sometimes they're angry, sometimes there's stress, but other times you're doing good spiritual work. So pat yourself on the back. I know Tia would like to say something.
Yes, thank you, Michael. So when you mention rearranging the frequencies and vibrations that we have, can you go into that a little bit more on how we would even do that? Is that a conscious thing, or is that just something that happens when we're sleeping?
It's happening 24/7. What is your mood? What are you thinking? How are you feeling? That affects your energy, frequency, and vibrations. I got to get this done. I got to pick somebody up. Got to make dinner. Oh, I got this report to do. Oh, this person's mad at me. Oh, they're judging me. Oh, I got to do this. I got to do that. And then you sit down and you try to space out, and you do for a few minutes. Then you're thinking of all the things you got to get done. Then you go to sleep, and then you're tired. And then you start wrestling with some of the things you got to get done. Then you're out of your body, working and healing or whatever chosen task you're doing. So your body, just think of your body, has an energy of its own. And it's all operating on different frequencies, energies, and vibrations. In other words, breathing is a different frequency, energy, and vibration. Heart beating, eating, breaking down your foods, your liver, your spleen, your pancreas, your elimination systems, your bladder, your muscles, ligaments, tendons, veins, arteries. Everything is going at a different frequency, energy, and vibration. But think of it as a symphony. You're at a symphony, beautiful music, and they have 200 instruments, and they're all in synchronicity with one another. Such a beautiful sound. Yet one alone is not enough. All of them create a sound, and your body is creating a symphony of love and joy and happiness once you get out of the analytical, logical mind, which I call the analogical mind. Get out of it. You're always comparing the past with the present, always judging, yada, 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 yada. Give your body a chance. And look in the mirror every night and say, hey, cells, body, I love you. You know, you're unlimited. Just think about that.
So, do you have a quick suggestion then, if we're driving somewhere or catching ourselves with all that chaotic stuff going on in our head, that we can do to just kind of get grounded with a little bit more balance so that we can get to the good stuff and make us feel more positive?
Yes. Some of you know by now when you have a negative thought, I always go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, cancel, cancel, cancel. Separates the left brain from the right brain, goes to the amygdala, and changes the energy. But now you have to add something to it, something positive. I love ice cream. I'm happy. Everything's great. Everything's joyous. So the first thing, when you wake up in the morning, set your intention that I get everything I need to get done or desire to get done with joy and happiness, go smoothly, easily, and effortlessly. That's it. Simple. You set your intention. You're now manifesting that to happen. Now get out of your own way. And then when you go to tackle something, you'll be surprised how easily and effortlessly it goes. Remarkably easily and effortlessly. And that's so important. The next thing is when you're feeling angry, upset, think of something fun. And what I do when I get annoyed with someone and I go, oh, I'm annoyed with them. Okay, what am I to learn? I'm going to learn that I'm using their judgmentalness, their opinions to degrade me. Well, there's an old saying, God don't make no junk. I know the English isn't proper, but that's what the saying is. And just realize, what are they expressing? You know what they're expressing? 99.9% of the time, they're expressing their own fears because they feel like that. And when you tell them that, no, I'm not, no, I'm not, no, I'm not. Why you're saying it, why you're saying it, why you're saying it, why you're saying it. Oh, I want to help you. They'll come up with 1,000 reasons. But the truth is, it's something that they're, let's say, arguing, living with, fighting, and going against. So when someone else has judged you, just says thank you. Or what I do, I turn them over to the true source, right action and correct exchange. Like, here's the problem. You take care of it. I'm done. I don't care what happens. And I really don't care what happens. You know why? Because if I invested, I want to see them get their stuff. I want to see them suffer. Then what have you done? You've done nothing but make that energy worse because you're hanging on to it. And when you're hanging on to it, it's affecting you physically, mentally, emotionally. You don't think so? Check your heartbeat. See if your blood rushes and your face gets red. See how your breathing changes. Watch that. Yes, they're affecting you. So realize they're just expressing their own fears. And why would they do that? Because they want to feel superior. Because why? No self-worth, self-love, and self-esteem. There's the old big three over and over again. So life is here for us to experience love, joy, and happiness, but also to experience the challenges in life. I like the word challenge because the true source said that. Well, what's a challenge? Challenge can be overcome. Like, it's hard for me to walk a mile. So every morning you get up, you walk a quarter of a mile, then a half a mile, then 3/4 of a mile, then soon you're walking a mile. Well, you overcame the challenge. Challenges is so simple. It's in our head that we create a Mount Kilimanjaro. Then we make it so big. And then we get depressed, and then we run, we hide, fight or flight or frozen syndrome. Do we all experience it? Yes. Can we all overcome it? Yes. How bad do you want to do it? And there's no such thing as a victim in life. There are no victims. What do you mean there are no victims? Well, everything's a lesson. Everything's experienced to empower you. How are you going to know what works and doesn't work unless you try it? And, a lot of things we made fun of or we believed in, imaginary phones that we could talk and walk and talk with. Oh, that's impossible. Or rocket ships going to the moon. That's impossible. And then we go on, and all of a sudden, we have so much of the social media now. And now we have the greatest challenge we've ever had. And that is coming up, two of them. The first one of artificial intelligence. It's a good, wonderful thing, and it's very creative. But artificial intelligence only learns what it learns from social media. So therefore, if I say all oranges are orange and pink, and then you go to social media AI, what color oranges? It'll say orange and pink. Pretty interesting. But you can use it at times for grammatical reasons, and that's a very positive thing. But in the future, you don't know whether I'm talking to you and saying negative things, or it's AI, somebody else putting out negative thoughts that looks like Michael. You won't know the difference. That's part of the changes of life. And so all of us need to understand, ask for the gift of discernment to discern fact from fiction. They talked about fact checkers, and the fact checkers, they're also I was going to say, they're also very, let's say, judgmental, critical. It's someone else's opinion. No, it's the truth. But the reports I've read on, the checkers, the fact checkers, is some of them come from liberal ones, some come from conservative, some comes from libertarian, and so on and so forth. And then if we watch the press, somebody says something, then they misuse the words and leave words out, so you get the wrong impression. These are the things that are going on. The Tale of Two Cities, these are the best of times, these are the worst of time. These are the times that try men's souls. Well, congratulations. This is where we are right now. But it's up to you to realize the greatest challenge you have in your life is to discern truth and bring about a change in your life. You see, you change, bring about love and joy and happiness, self-worth, self-love and self-esteem. Everything in your life changes. Of course, your energy. Not only that, what you think you create, you experience. So if you're creating love, joy, and happiness, what the dickens do you think you're going to attract into your life? Love and joy and happiness. When I go onto YouTube and someone was asking me, how do you see all these humorous things? Well, I said, I look for them, and now I don't anymore because I've set up an algorithm. That's it. YouTube knows, oh, Michael wants to see humorous things, funny things, comedians, and so on and so forth. So I see them, right? But that's the same as you. What is your algorithm? What are you thinking? What are you complaining about? What are you bitching about? What are you feeling insecure about? What are you afraid of? All those things you are attracting into your life 24/7. So change the channel, change your thinking, change your life. So simple. The formula is just being happy, loving, and joyous. I'm just checking the time, and I see we're getting, we got about 6-7 minutes. We're probably going to run over in time. But I wanted all of you to understand that you are the master of your life, and you are the SOUL/SOLE creator of your life. So are you a slave of your fears or master of your life? Think about that. And with that thought, I want to begin to conclude. So I wish to thank all of you for being here and to remind you that every Tuesday evening, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, I have what I call Soul Awakening. And all you need to do is call in, ask a question. Maybe I can answer it, maybe I can't. But also it gives you the opportunity to remember some of the things you've learned in life, to hear others' opinions, and some of the answers. And the answers are all channeled. And at the end, I give a 10-minute message, a motivational message. And it's so easy for you to activate this. Activate in your mind, I want to be there. Set your intention. Number 2, dial this number on freeconferencecall.com.
That number is 202-926-1059. And the access code, Michael?
125446#.
Okay, one more time. 202-926-1059. And the code, Michael?
125446#. Using the same telephone number, same code, the second Saturday of every month, they do what I call a mass consciousness healing. And the mass consciousness healing is we send healing to Mother Earth, to the inhabitants, and to all of us. And because you are running it through your body, which is the way I describe how to do it, you're bringing love in your body. And you know something? Nothing can live in negativity with love. No illness, no sickness can ever exist negatively in love. To access that information, would you please give them that?
The recorded number?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay, it's 434-300-4170. And the code, Michael?
125446#.
Okay, one more time. The number is 434-300-4170.
Hold on. I'm floating and you're floating. It's for the second Saturday of every month, the Mass Consciousness Healing. And that goes from 9:55 a.m. Pacific time to 11:01 Pacific time. And I talk for 5 or 10 minutes. Then afterwards, I speak for about 2-3 minutes. And then we go into a deep meditation, play a little music, and we conclude. And that's the same number as the Tuesday evening. Would you give them that number?
Sure, you got me. See, it's the energy of your voice that gets me floating sometimes as well. You're such an amazing soul. All right. That second Saturday of every month, that number is 202-926-1059. And the access code?
125446#. One more time, please.
Oh, sure. 202-926-1059. And the access code, Michael?
125446#. Same number as the Tuesday evening call-in. Now, the other number that Tia was so kind to give you is what I call the replay. So every Tuesday evening, after I leave a 10-minute message, this is the access number. So you can go on YouTube and watch it and listen to the podcast. You can hear the 10-minute messages with a beautiful photograph taken by an award-winning photographer, Tia Knapp. Or you can listen to it in the car, you're angry or upset, or alone or depressed. So give them that number.
I'd be happy to. I almost gave them your cell phone number. Okay, for the recorded messages, that's 434-300-4170. And the access code, Michael?
125446#. One more time.
Absolutely. 434-300-4170. And code, Michael?
125446#. So these are recorded messages. They're all audio. And you'll have a good time listening to them. It starts as number 3 and goes up to 396. And what's really beautiful, 306. And what is so beautiful about that is that you can listen to it and you're going to say, well, What number should I listen to, Michael? Listen to the thoughts of your soul. You don't want to read through over 300 titles. I will. So you may hear, think 127. And you go, boy, that's just what I needed to hear. So I want to encourage all of you. So thank you. And I want to tell all of you, please go to YouTube, listen to the podcast, messages, push the button, subscribe, because the algorithm, the more people that watch it, the more that it will see my message. And to me, that's important because that's part of my mission and goal is to awaken your soul. So please share this with so many beautiful people, which you are, and invite them to come on. I also want to say, and it's in the chats, is that I give a complimentary half-hour session. All you do is dial the telephone number 253-222-1096. Leave me a message if I can't pick up the phone, and leave me a text message as well. Yeah, I'm old school. So if you leave me a text message, I might not get to look at it till midnight. So please do that. Tia is holding two books because I'm in another office. And so the one on the left, my left, which would be her right, is Healing the Holes in Your Soul. It's a book she wrote. It's a beautiful story about survival, reawakening, and recreating your life. It's a must read. She really is a hero to all of us. And I thank you for writing that beautiful book. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. And I'm going to jump in right here because this is a beautiful book that was the driving force that got me to meet Dr. Michael Gross. This is the second edition, the Spiritual Primer, and it comes with even more golden nuggets than the first one. And at the moment, the only way to get this is to contact one of us. So you'll not only get your copy, you'll also get a signed copy from Michael directly to you. Okay, so start with this book, because if it wasn't for this book and this wonderful gentleman sitting at my virtual side here, the one I wrote, which happens to be one that he wrote the foreword in, it wouldn't even be in existence. But Michael coaxed me and convinced me that I needed to write my story too. Start here though, and make sure that you take him up on that complimentary consultation, because we don't know what's in the future for us. We really, truly don't know anything more than where we are right this minute. You know, the past is the past. We all know that story, whatever ours was, but we don't know what's coming down the pipeline. We want to be ready for everything, and definitely reach out to Michael, because I highly recommend him. He's totally changed my life with the wisdom that he shared. So thank you, Michael, so much for taking your time and helping us float a little bit through the joys and the tribulations of life today in this podcast, right?
Right. Well, thank you for joining us. You know, all the things that I'm doing, of course, is complimentary. All I'm asking you is to invest in your time to change your life and enhance your life, to bring about love and joy and happiness. The investment is your time, but one golden nugget can change your life for the rest of your life. So thank you for joining us. I want you to know we love you all. You're very special. And just realize you are unlimited. Namaste. We love you. Take care.
We love you, everyone. Bring your friends.